going live. I think we're live. Larry? We're live. Welcome, Max Francis.
Can I start by saying it's a pleasure to finally meet Larry?
I know. I thought you would be very excited to meet him. Larry, you're just a popular guy. Okay? Okay, friends, welcome. We had to get the lighting figured out because it's like
there's a lot happening here.
It's a lot. It's like a lot in the studio kitchen that we had to get under control. Okay, Max Francis is the obvious guest.
Happy to be here. Wait, can I say one thing to start?
Yes.
So in the little video clip we added, it looks like we're a couple, but she's actually a very happily married woman.
Yes.
So I just want to clarify that right off the bat.
Jeez, people would be like, what? What, the clip I posted? We look like a couple?
The first part of it.
Oh, the little video I did?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Sorry, Larry.
Sorry. Larry, Mike, you're being changed out for Max. Anyways, thank you very much for coming on the show.
It's my absolute pleasure to be here.
We've been talking about it for a while.
We have been talking about it for a long while, and I'm so happy it's finally happening.
Yes, and so much to talk about.
All right.
Where should we begin? Maybe let's talk about, just so everyone knows who Max is, okay?
Right.
Max is true Hamiltonian, so he has a clothing line. Amazing. You're running for Ward 4 Councillor in Hamilton. You are, I should have said this first. First and foremost, you are a father.
I am.
Go ahead. Lovely, dear. And you're an actor as well.
I am. I've been acting for over 10 years now.
Yeah. But you are putting that to the side for right now to focus on running for Ward 4.
I am. My agent was not happy about me taking a break from acting.
They're like, what the heck? We got momentum.
We had a lot of momentum going. I was getting a lot of roles offered to me, but I wanted to make sure that people knew how serious I was about doing this.
Yeah. Before we get into politics.
Yep.
Not that we're going to go too heavy into things because politics aren't for everyone and we want to keep things light and fun and happy. But can you please tell me what maybe your favorite role that you've ever played?
Wow, that's a good one. I have favorite stuff I've done for different reasons. One of the first commercials I did was a Lincoln commercial, and I remember it fondly because I met a really good friend on that shoot. And to this day, we're still friends. I'm friends with his wife and his family. And so for me, that's a really special moment to me. But when I look at the actual stuff I've done, I probably have to say the firefighter one is the one that everyone remembers.
Well, at the beginning, I saw that and I was like, Max is a firefighter? I was like, what the hell? I didn't know that. He wears many hats, so I was like, geez, he probably wears a fire hat as well.
I had many people who've known me for years actually see me and walk up and be like, I didn't know you were a firefighter. I'm like, I'm not! It's called acting!
However, firefighters are cool.
They are very cool.
My dad is a firefighter.
Thank you for saving my life.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so exciting stuff going on in the city.
Yep.
I feel like Max, is totally everything that embodies Hamilton. Everything that's going on. You know so many people. So... Supercrawl. For anyone who doesn't know what's going on this weekend, Mike and I have never been to a Supercrawl. So I know. So can you share with us what Supercrawl is? Because I feel like everyone, a lot of people don't know the extent of Supercrawl. Okay,
so if you've ever been to a festival, whether it's a music fest or an arts fest or whatever, take that and multiply it times 100. So basically they block off the street from King Street all the way down to almost the Bay.
Yeah.
And all of that is filled with people and music and food and vendors. It's pretty amazing.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah. But you know what? People that don't like crowds hate Supercrawl because they're expecting over 200,000 people. So if you don't like crowds, it's not for you.
Don't come.
Don't come.
Or go early.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think it starts at 12?
On Friday it starts at 4 or 5,
yeah.
but I know on the weekend it starts at noon.
Yes, and they have like so many things. So definitely look into all the cool things that are happening. They have like a kids zone where they have a foam party, which I told Mike I want to attend the foam party.
P.S. I actually had this conversation with my daughter last night. She almost drowned in the foam the last time they had it. So
that's how insane it is.
Please be careful in the foam. It's dangerous.
God.
She said she got it up her nose and she couldn't get it out and no one was helping her. So get more security in the foam pit. I don't know.
Jeez.
Something. Supercrawl, there's liability issues.
Okay. Well, that's something maybe you can take up when you're a counselor, even though it's not your ward. Anyways. Okay. So also super exciting for tomorrow, the fashion show.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So we are.
Which I heard you have some pretty stellar models.
We are a regular participant in the Supercrawl fashion show, and I am super excited to have you as one of my runway models. It's going to be amazing. My thing for runways.
Mike's been working on his.
Mike is always working on something.
Yeah, he's been
practicing.
My thing for runway models is I don't want to use models. Like, models are professionals, so when you get a model to walk your runway, they're going to be by themselves, or maybe they'll have one other person with them. If you get someone from the community to walk your runway, you're going to get their mom, their dad, their grandparents, like their whole family's going to be there to see their big moment.
Right.
And I think that's so cool and so special that that's what I want for my runways. It's just regular people having a good time.
And I love that. So when we were having our mock kind of walk.
Rehearsal.
Rehearsal is what they call it. Mock walk. It was so cool because we were like, okay, like Max, like what do we do? And he's like, I just want you guys to go out there and have so much fun.
Yeah.
And be you.
Yeah.
So
I think that's the key to it. Like, people pick up on your energy. So if you're out there having fun, they're gonna have fun and they're gonna feel it. And not only that, everyone's different. So I love sitting backstage and watching what people are going to do once they get out on the runway. We had a pro basketball player, Big Mike, one year, and he got out there and he started dancing in the crowd.
My
the
God.
crowd went absolutely bonkers, and he was just breaking it down, but he was loving it and the crowd was loving it. So I love to see what everyone does. And we've also had people freeze, which happens occasionally. So it's a hard thing, man. You come out, there's a couple of 100 people, there's like 50 photographers, and you walk out into that, like, it might catch you off guard.
Damn. I'm going to be practicing all the time. Mike, after this, we're not going to sleep tonight.
I'm getting sick, I think.
Yeah, right. Mike's going to kill it. I feel like
I think Mike was born for
I think
this.
he's going to be like silent little.
Walk. I've got a good hand in pocket walk, keeping it tight and right.
Right. Okay. So before I get into all the other Hamilton lovely things, let's talk about your running for Ward 4.
Yes.
Why are you doing this?
Well,
heavy
okay, no, it's not actually. During COVID, like most people, I was sitting at home and I was kind of watching TV and watching social media and watching everything happen. And I felt like a lot of our politicians didn't step up. They kind of like waited to see what would happen, or waited to see which way the wind was blowing before they would say anything. And I didn't feel like that was leadership. I feel like if you're going to run for public office and you're going to lead either a ward or the city, you have to be the kind of person that's going to step out and let the people know, hey, this is what's going on, this is how we're dealing with it, and I'm going to make sure that we get through this together. Like, I think we needed solid leadership, and maybe I felt like it wasn't quite there. And as a dad, someone who's like raising someone in this community, I was like, you know what? Instead of me complaining about it, I'm going to do something about it. So
love that.
Here I am.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And so along your door knocking,
yes,
so you have been like covering ground.
I have been. We've knocked on thousands of doors so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you have thousands more to go.
Thousands more to go. 20,000 steps a day. I went from a 2XL t-shirt at the end of COVID to a large. I'm wearing a large now.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What
Best exercise ever. If you want to lose weight, come walk with me. I guaranteed.
And you're always looking for people to join you.
Always looking for volunteers. Here's the one thing people don't realize about canvassing. every door you go to, there's 5 to 7 steps to get to the front door.
Right.
So it's like doing a Stairmaster all the way down the street.
Oh my God, that's my favorite thing.
Yeah, I've got buns of steel now.
Amazing. Okay, so when you are meeting with people, what do you feel like is, do you see like a trend or something? Okay, what do you see kind of the most that people are saying, like, I want to see this within my counselor?
When I started this journey, I thought for sure I would get LRT, I would get jobs, I would get affordable housing. I thought those would be the big 3 people wanted to talk about. Every single person, every single door I'd knock on, it's speeding in the neighborhoods. They want speed bumps or stop signs, more enforcement. Everyone's car's been broken into. Everyone's house has been broken into. They wake up in the middle of the night with their kids and someone's trying to get in their backyard. So people want to feel safe. And right now, they don't feel safe. So I feel like safety is paramount right now.
Right.
It's the number one issue.
And so, I mean, that's a perfect segue to my next question. So you met with the police chief.
I did.
And you got quite a bit of flack.
I got a lot of flack, not on Instagram or Facebook. All the flack came from Twitter. Twitter's pretty toxic. I'm not going to quit Twitter though, because I don't run and I don't hide.
That's right. He's out. He's not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm like Clubber Lane.
That's from the 18s, the show from the 80s there.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I'm like, oh my God.
Hey, if you can find them, you might hire the 18.
Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, where do you think kind of that division comes into play? Like,
I think there's a narrative right now that all minorities hate police. I think there's a narrative that there's a lot of police brutality towards minorities. I believe that a lot of people are virtue signaling. They're there to be saviors. They're going to save us from the cops or whatever. I've had good and bad experiences with law enforcement, but I also know that you can't abolish a system without having a system to replace it. So how are you going to get rid of the police without having something to replace that? Nature abhors a vacuum. So if we got rid of the police, who do you think would take their place? It's not going to be good people. It's going to be bad people. They're the ones that are going to move in. It's not going to be kumbaya. We're all going to hold arms and trot down the street having a good time. It's probably going to be a lot of bad people taking over. And you know what? They have no conscience. They're not going to care about your feelings. So I feel we need to work with law enforcement and find a way to make it right. Whether it's hiring the right people, whether it's putting in new processes or new systems in place to monitor what's happening. Obviously, I'm not justifying anything that's happened. I'm not justifying people being beaten or hit, stomped on, or any of that crap at all. Absolutely. There's no room for that at all.
Absolutely not.
But there are 1,100 officers in the Hamilton Police Department. So you're telling me because one person did something wrong, all 1,100 people are bad? It's bullcrap. I've worked in many different sectors in my life, and every job I've worked in, there have been racists, there have been people that are power hungry, and there have been people who are just flat out jerks. So should we burn all those buildings to the ground and be like, nope, we got to start over. Those guys are bad. So I think you just got to work with people. You have to figure out a way to work with people and then come up with a better way.
Totally.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm on another rant.
And I think that's all possible, right? With the right approach and the right people in place and all that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That being said, I do think the Hamilton Police Department are majority very good people doing an almost impossible job, like I said before. And I stand by my stance that I will support the Hamilton Police Services because they do have an impossible job. And I have watched Liam Neeson in all those movies, and I've told my daughter, if you get kidnapped, I cannot help you. I will not find you. I am going to call the police. So I need them. Okay? I'm not capable of taking out 20 guys with machine guns to rescue you. We're both going to die.
So you got to reach out for help.
You got to reach out. You got to know when you need help. And I'm going to need help.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Totally.
Well, let's hope you never need their help.
No, God.
Larry, stop laughing at
Hamilton.
me, please. Larry.
No. He's wild.
Be happy he's awake.
Yeah, you know why? This is why you're not walking in the show.
No, he doesn't come on the show.
You're a jerk.
Thank you.
Come on!
Hey, Max is my
Have
boy.
you just been talking shit about Larry to Max? That's why?
That's why.
No, Larry, we love you.
You know what?
He's a tough.
Larry, I know the
don't-
police chief. Watching you, man.
Don't cry.
Okay, so
Next question. All right, we're on.
We're on. Hamilton Farmers Market.
Yes.
Okay. I have always loved them since day one of moving here. But I saw a forum going around yesterday where they're looking for input on how to make it a better place, how to bring more people in, what could they add, what could they do.
Yep.
In my opinion, I feel like they need to work on different hours.
Okay.
Because I think their hours are like 9 to 4, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yep.
And it's like for people who work during the day and people who work in a town or people who just, have stuff going on, I just feel like it's very limited hours for accessibility. And so that would be a piece that I would like to see within the Hamilton Farmers Market. What about you?
So I remember when the Hamilton Farmers Market was where Nations is now. It was on the main level of the mall, and it was busy all the time. I feel like where it is now, it's kind of hidden, and the fact that it's 2 levels doesn't help because you're splitting the vendors, so it looks way emptier than it actually is. I feel like it should be 1 level, and I feel like it should
You're
be...
talking about a lot of reconstruction here.
Yeah, well,
right.
Just my opinion, and I feel like it should be easily accessible. Like the entrance to the farmers market now, like if you're new to the mall, you're not going to find it.
Totally.
So
it's very lackluster.
Yes. It's great from the outside, but not from the inside.
To get to it inside is difficult.
Yeah.
It's like
You got to go
in the
deep
corner.
into Jackson.
And I also think they need to open it to different vendors besides just food vendors to fill in all the empty slots, because there are a lot of empty slots. So me and my daughter went there a couple of days ago, and we did the whole market in like 7 minutes. I'm like,
Right.
like, all right, that's our day.
Right.
All right, we did a farmer's market, but it was like a whole 7 minutes. Like
Look like we're going door knocking for the rest of the day.
She's given up on door knocking. Like the first month, she was all about it. Now she's like, I'm not going.
Yeah, she's like, Dad, I've done my time. Thank you. Okay, so I heard, which I'm very excited about, Nations,
Yes.
they have like a hot food area, which we've never experienced.
No?
No.
They've always had a hot food
that.
area.
But it's been closed ever since COVID.
Yes.
A food court.
Yeah.
And apparently, my nail gal told me that it's opening on Monday.
Oh.
Okay, so I used to work in Burlington, and I used to take the bus from Burlington to Hamilton. It would drop me off right in front of Nations, and I would always walk into there, go into the hot food area, grab dinner on my way home.
Yeah.
So that hot food is,
I've
oh
heard
my God,
it's like next level.
magnificent. And there's a lot of seafood, really good seafood.
Sign me up.
Yeah. You can even get seafood in Nations fresh. They have fish swimming in tanks, crabs. Oh, it's all fresh. It's still alive, and you kill
Such
it.
an amazing grocery store.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, picture a Fortino's on steroids,
Oh, yeah.
but everything Asian. Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Nations. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm super pumped about that.
Yeah.
What would you say is your most favorite pizza in town?
Wow.
Don't answer that. That's the visit. Don't answer that. Don't do it.
No?
Don't do it.
Okay, maybe top
will,
3?
I will answer, and this answer...
Oh, here comes Twitter.
No, this answer is going to skewer me. People are going to butcher me
Don't
now.
say chain. You can't say
No. I actually don't like pizza or steak.
Okay.
Those are
The show is done. The show is done. We're wrapping up. You've got to go. You've got to go. No.
Those are 2 of the 4 food groups.
Or
I know.
steak.
I don't like pizza or steak, yeah.
Whoa.
And I don't drink coffee. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, really good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so interesting. Like,
Yeah.
are you not a fan of like tomatoes? You don't like bread? Like, how?
You know what? We never grew up eating it. I never really got a taste for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
very lucky. I
Yeah.
wish I didn't have a
Yeah,
taste.
I wish
for
I
it.
didn't have a taste for a lot of things, to be quite
But okay, so Mike and I were talking about this the other day because
Don't get me wrong. If I'm hungry, I'll eat it because I'm hungry.
Worst comes to
But if I have a choice, it's not going to be one of those 3. Yeah.
Mike and I have completely different like loves for pizza.
Yeah.
Mike, like, how would you describe your ideal pizza?
Real.
Right. Okay.
What's on it?
No, it's real, as opposed to Shea's favorite pizza, which looks like it was made in a factory.
No, okay. Nobody can like, we can't talk about what
Shea's
I like
favorite
in a pizza.
comes from a Chinese food
No,
restaurant.
not my favorite. But we've already talked
pizza.
about this on the show. But yes, Mandarin pizza.
Oh, yeah, we've had
Okay,
this.
what's a Mandarin pizza?
Well,
a Chinese
no,
food
you know what's a
restaurant.
Chinese food restaurant, the Mandarin?
Yeah.
Well, they make like really shitty pizzas.
And you love it.
I love them.
But what's on it?
Oh, just like cheese and pepperoni.
Oh.
Or they make a cheese one.
Okay.
It's like cheese.
It's almost like a frozen pizza.
Okay.
So my comparisons of pizza, like I will take pizza any way. Like pizza on a bumper, I would be like, no problem. I'll eat it.
Pardon?
Like if it was on a bumper.
Like a bumper of a car?
Like a bumper of a car. I wouldn't even care.
All right.
Wait.
I would take pizza anyway.
Are those all the people watching right now?
Oh, there's people watching. I've been watching.
We replay this.
Yeah. Okay.
Put on YouTube. Okay, great. Well, I'm glad we got that covered because that's really good to know.
People are going to hate me now. They're like, he doesn't like pizza.
I told you, that's the most divisive thing you can say in an election.
Everything about
This is
Councillor,
Hamilton. This
that.
city's like 80% Italian.
There's like a pizza on every corner. Anyways, it's fine. Okay, so these are.
There's a few
we're
great
wrapping
pizza
up.
joints in Ward 4. Okay.
I like pasta and I freaking love pierogies.
Okay, there we
Yeah,
go.
you're back in
There
the
we go.
box.
Italians and Ukrainians.
And Polish.
And Polish. Yeah,
Okay.
it's Polish too, yeah.
Question. These are a couple would you rather questions.
Yes, I'm in. Let's go.
Just a couple.
I'm ready for it.
And these are I need the answer and why.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Would you rather be chronically underdressed or overdressed?
Overdressed always.
100%.
Yeah. The reason why is I think it's super important with first impressions. A lot of people judge you on the first time they meet you. So
Yeah.
I think if you're overdressed, the majority of the time they'll judge more in your favor than not in your favor.
Right.
So
Yeah. It's
yeah,
good to be
I'll
put
go
together.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll go with overdressed.
Okay. I like it. Would you rather lose your sight or your memories?
Wow.
You can answer this one as well.
I don't know.
Well, I was actually outside earlier and I was looking across the street and I could barely read the sign across the street, so I'm already losing my sight.
So you're already halfway there.
So
you know how that feels.
I'm gonna go with sight over memory. I need to remember stuff.
God, right?
Yeah. Which one are you going with?
Your memories or just memory in general?
Your memories.
Oh, so you can...
Maybe it would be like
you're losing something. You're losing the memories or you're losing the sight. So
Yeah.
there's a time before.
Yeah. I feel like I would want to lose.
I don't want to lose my memories because I'll remember what everything looked like.
You know what? Yes. Okay, I will go with memories.
Oh,
That's a tough one.
that is a
God.
tough one.
I think
What are
know, we're young. Memories, I can get new ones.
But maybe you only have
But you're not going to
24
remember
hours.
them.
But I'll see new things. And I'll remember those.
No, I don't just.
What do I remember?
I'm torn. I can't even.
I don't... I'd hope if I lost all my memories, I'd be able to remember like I used to because it wouldn't be full. It'd be like a fresh hard drive.
Right. Every
Like,
day.
I can't remember like I used to when I was 20.
Right.
I've met a lot of people with sight impairments,
Yeah.
and most of them are way more capable than I am. So I give them
That's
full credit for everything they do. And
So
I
true.
think that if I did lose my sight, that I would make that adjustment. I think I would be probably pretty cool at it. I'd be the next Daredevil.
I don't even want to know how much more I'd hit my head if I lost it.
Oh my God, you'd
God.
be dead.
You would eat everything.
I need it.
Yeah.
I was hitting my head there.
Yeah. Okay, well, friends, that's a wrap. So excited.
Yes, and if you want to volunteer on the campaign, donate to the campaign, or just vote for me, please do, because you know why? We need every voice at the table, because there are a lot of people that only see things their way, and I feel like there's room for everyone's vision and everyone's opinion, and if we bring all of those together, we'll have one great city.
Love that.
Thank you.
Okay, Max.
Yes.
Now, this is how we do the send-off.
Oh,
We say, until next time.
until next time.
We'll see ya when we see ya.
We'll see you when we see you.
Cheers!